must, mustn't, and needn't. Three small words that decide whether something is necessary, forbidden, or simply not required. They look similar, and that is exactly why learners mix them up. By the end of this lesson, you will use all three with confidence. Here is the plan. First the form, then each of the three meanings, one at a time. Then the single most common mistake with these words, and finally 5 practice questions with full answers. Let's start with must. Must means this is necessary. There is no real choice. The form is beautifully simple, must plus the base verb. Because must is a modal verb, nothing ever changes. There is no to, and there is no s.
I must go. He must go. She must go.
Notice that he and she take exactly the same form. This is one of the easiest patterns in English grammar, so make full use of it. Must has 2 everyday jobs. The first is strong obligation. Something is necessary, and the pressure usually comes from the speaker or from a written rule. The second is strong advice. When you say you must see that film, you are not giving an order. You are recommending it with real energy. Listen to must in action.
I must finish this report before Friday.
The speaker has decided this is necessary. Nobody forced them.
Visitors must wear a helmet on the building site.
That is a written rule, the kind you see on a sign.
You must try the honey cake.
It's incredible.
And that is not an order at all. That is enthusiasm. Now the negative, mustn't. And here is the key idea. Mustn't does not mean the opposite of necessary. It means something much stronger. Mustn't is just the short form of must not, and it takes the base verb in exactly the same way. But the meaning shifts completely. Mustn't expresses prohibition. It is important that you do not do this. Think of safety warnings, strict rules, and secrets. Listen for the prohibition.
You mustn't touch those wires.
That is dangerous. The action is forbidden.
Students mustn't use their phones during the exam.
A rule. Breaking it has consequences.
You mustn't tell her. It's a surprise.
Notice that this is not a suggestion. The speaker is forbidding it. And now the third word, needn't. This one is relaxed. It simply removes the obligation. Needn't is the short form of need not, and it behaves like a modal verb. Base verb again, no to, no s. The meaning is there is no obligation. The action is completely optional. You can also say don't need to or don't have to. In these sentences they mean the same thing. Needn't is especially common in British English. Hear how relaxed needn't feels.
You needn't book a table.
It's never busy.
You can book if you like. It simply isn't necessary.
We needn't leave yet. The train is at 9.
No obligation to leave right now.
You needn't bring any things.
Everything is provided.
Again, the choice belongs entirely to the listener. Now the heart of this lesson. Many learners believe that mustn't is the negative of must in the sense of not necessary. It is not.
You mustn't wait here.
That means waiting is not allowed.
You needn't wait here.
That means you are free to go. Waiting is simply unnecessary. One sentence closes a door, the other opens one. Remember that image and you will never confuse them again. Look at these pairs. Only one word changes and the meaning turns completely around.
You mustn't pay.
Paying is forbidden. Perhaps it would be a bribe.
You needn't pay.
Paying is not necessary. It's free. Two very different conversations. A question learners always ask, must or have to? The traditional rule is this. Must carries the speaker's own feeling, have to points to an outside authority, such as a law, a boss, or a timetable. There is also a practical difference. Must has no past form, but have to works in every tense. In real conversation, the two often overlap. If you are ever unsure, have to is the safer choice. Here is some good news. English gives you 3 ways to say that something is not necessary.
You needn't worry. You don't need to worry. You don't have to worry.
All 3 sentences mean the same thing. Needn't is slightly more formal and especially British. The other 2 are used everywhere. And notice this. Not one of them means forbidden. One more use, and it surprises a lot of learners.
She must be tired. She works all night.
Here must has nothing to do with obligation. It means the speaker is almost certain. It is a confident conclusion. And here is the trap. In British English, the negative of that certainty is can't, not mustn't.
She can't be tired. She slept all day.
So keep mustn't for prohibition, and use can't when you mean, I don't believe it. What about the past? Must has no past form of its own, so English borrows other verbs. For past obligation, use had to.
I had to show my passport.
For past prohibition, use couldn't or weren't allowed to.
We couldn't leave the building.
And when something simply wasn't necessary, use didn't need to.
I didn't need to pay.
There is also an advanced form, I needn't have paid. That usually tells us the speaker did pay, and it turned out to be unnecessary. Keep that one for later study. Two mistakes to avoid. First, never put to after must. He must to study harder is wrong. He must study harder is right. Second, and this is the big one, if something is optional, you needn't, not mustn't. It's optional, so you mustn't come tells your listener that coming is forbidden. That is almost certainly not what you meant. Now it's your turn. 5 sentences. Choose must, mustn't, or needn't.
Brian, you blank smoke in hospital is strictly forbidden. You blank bring lunch. It's included in the ticket. 3. All passengers blank show a valid passport at the gate. 4. You blank tell anyone about the party. It's a surprise. 5. We blank hurry. The film doesn't start until 9.
Pause the video now and write your answers. I'll wait right here. Here are the answers.
Brian, you mustn't smoke in the hospital.
Strictly forbidden. That is prohibition.
2. You needn't bring lunch.
Lunch is included, so bringing it is not necessary.
3. All passengers must show a valid passports.
An airport rule. There is no choice.
4. You mustn't tell anyone about the party.
It's a surprise, so telling is forbidden.
5.
We needn't hurry.
There is plenty of time. Hurrying is unnecessary. Let's bring it all together. Must plus the base verb, it is necessary. Mustn't plus the base verb, it is forbidden. Needn't plus the base verb, it is not necessary. Mustn't and needn't are opposites, not synonyms. Don't need to and don't have to mean the same as needn't. And must can also express certainty, in which case its negative is can't. Well done. You now control 3 words that trip up learners at every level. Write 1 sentence with must, 1 with mustn't, and 1 with needn't, and leave them in the comments. I read every one. Thanks for watching B Master 79. See you in the next lesson.